not, she keeps saying in Indonesia we do this, in Indonesia it's like this, Indonesia like that. They're not in Indonesia, they're America. And plus, it's not their fault they're in America, it's your fault. Right? All right.
I want to say something. I was also growing up in Germany, so I thought myself like more German than Indonesian when I was a teen. Idealistically, like, I kind of understand what you're saying in there, but then again, don't rush everything too soon. Like, when I was in college in Trisakti University, we had this, like, what do I call it, this group thing going on. We want to be this new Christian group. So we did the thing that you guys said, pillows and all that thing in one room. But it appears like sometimes if you don't really have a guidance, like what your dad gave you guys, that was good. He gives the conclusion, right? What happened with my group here is like everybody just brought their own understanding of the Bible. And suddenly we're like, we're the children of God, and somebody tried to kiss me, like, hell no. I don't know you, don't kiss me. So be careful with that kind of thing though. Yes, I see you guys want to be more independent, but there's a reason why there's a pastor in the front. He's teaching you guys, right? That's what we're trying to give you. The other hand is like your parents here, you keep on saying like, you blaming us like, well, we did not choose to be here in America. We tried to provide you a better life in America. Yeah. Sometimes as parents, we don't have time to talk to you because we are not all, realistically again, it would be nice to be going home at 12 o'clock, have lunch with my daughter. Unfortunately, at 12 o'clock, I'm still at work, busting myself, carrying tires around, right? A lot of you parents here, like, are not green card, not citizens, don't have the best job in life, but they still try to provide for you. So try to understand your parents also. Don't give them the cold shoulder and say like, what do you know about me? Yes, they try to tell you the things about Indonesia because they want you to like at least show us a little bit of appreciation to your parents, right? So we understand. I was young too. I'm actually like in the dilemma now. Like I remember when I was like teen, I gave my dad a cold shoulder. He's a pastor also. I'm like, what do you know about my time and days? You're just an old man. Now I'm the one that loses hair, and I'm kind of like. I thought I was young. I thought I know everything. Actually, I realized one thing. Nothing really changed. Only the equipments around me are changing. When my dad went for a date, he had to have a horse. When I went on a date, I had a motorcycle. You guys know I drive a car. Right? So nothing really changed. It's just the equipment around you. My dad, he had to send a mail to my mom. And I went to a public phone to call my girlfriend. You guys are not just texting. Still the same thing. Nothing really changed. So appreciate your parents a little bit more. They're not that old-fashioned, okay? They understand a lot of things. Actually, they went through the same things that you guys did. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just want to say something real quick. I think I just want to make something also aware. I feel that the Indonesian culture, American culture, however you want to splice it, however you want to say it's different, is really not, right? Like you guys will go into the same struggles growing up as an adult, where these guys already experienced that, but in a different country. That's all. The only thing is that with kids, right, sometimes youth, they will never come to you when they're older now. They, no matter whatever you guys are going through, you, honestly, I don't think you'll share with your parents, right? I think, all right, I just want everybody raise their hand. Only on the youth. How many of you guys have Facebook? Raise your hand. Facebook.
Facebook.
Okay. Turn it down. How many of you guys have Instagram? Okay. How many of you guys have Snapchat? Okay. Now I just want to ask the same question for the adult. How many of you guys have Facebook? Raise your hand. How many of you guys have Instagram? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you guys have Snapchat? Raise your hand. Snap, face, whatever it is. So, even me, myself, I don't even have Instagram. I don't have Snapchat. I have Facebook because I wanted to open a business page, okay? But I'm actually, I think, scared. You know, like my daughter, she's 6 years old. I'm cool, I chill with her, but 10 years later, I'm also going to probably have to really, really watch her. So in order to watch her, and I know that she's not gonna speak with me openly, now she will, but not 10 years down the road. So I gotta monitor her. How do I monitor her? I gotta open up Facebook. I gotta open up Instagram. I gotta open up Snapchat. And if I see something that I don't like, well, I'm going to talk to her and bring it up in a nice way. Even right now, I'm building a relationship that I never even do this before. But every month, I take her to get a pedicure and a manicure. So since like 2 months ago, because for some reason, Istriaku, my wife, she doesn't want to do her toenails. So I'm the one that sit with my daughter recently and yay, and get my nails done. And why do I do that? Yeah, it does feel good, I gotta admit it, after a while. But the first time, I didn't look like, I come in here, like the only guy, see all the girls, and they just like do their nails, and they look at me, they look at my daughter, and say, yeah, I don't want to try with her. So after a while, I'm doing it. But the reason why is because I want to cherish her time. I want to value her time. I want to hang out with her and make time for her, even though I know we're all busy as adults and they don't pay any of the bills. I know that. But the adults pay all the bills, right? So, but I try to make as much time as possible, whether it be on the weekend, whether it be one night. So yeah, I think that's one way, right? We have to really like watch after our own kids, because I feel like in the future, if they're not guided now, they're going to be the cornerstone of our future, and we have to we just have to do it. We have to learn new things. We have to be adaptable. We have to understand, and I understand.
Awesome. Wow. You do pedicure with the daughter. I go to pedicure alone. For different reasons. I can't reach my toes. Well. I think it's a okay. To kind of comment on your comments, yeah, Pamusan. What you're saying is all very true, and it has to be mutual. Everybody needs to do their part. The reason I'm kind of hard on the old people is because I'm old. Because I always come with the orientation. The person that can change is looking at me in the mirror. The person that can change is me. I cannot change anybody else. All I can do is change me. If our orientation is everybody has to change for me, I think that will not lead to a successful relationship. What we can do to make a successful relationship. Actually, it's not just parents and children, but even kids and kids, youth and adults, and everybody else is this. Long time ago, there's this guy that wrote a bestseller. His name is Dale Carnegie. 1928, he wrote a bestseller that is still in the New York Times bestseller until today. Can you imagine that? It's 90 years in the making. It's an amazing thing. It's just one little book. The title of the book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I'll tell you his thesis. Right? It's not a Christian book, but it's an amazingly Christian principle, actually. But that's why it works, right? And the thesis is this. If you want to win friends, you want to be popular, you want people to like you, you want to influence people, this is the thesis. You must be genuinely interested in other people. Genuinely interested in other people. Because naturally, we are not interested in other people. We're interested in ourselves. Kids, adults, same thing. Parents, we're not interested in our kids. We are interested to tell them what to do and make them whatever. That's selfish nature. That's what they're saying today. This is what we want. We want you to be genuinely interested in us. Ask us the questions. What have we gone through today? What do you think of this? That's very true. That's in this book. Genuinely interested in them. Now, I speak mostly to the adults this way because I'm one of them. I'm the one that have kids. I want to be that for them. Now, I wish it was one of the kids that said those words that you said, because those words are true. But I wish it was not us saying it. I wish it was them saying it. Because it is, as much as it is true, when it comes from us, it becomes yet another demand, no matter how right it is. And in a relationship, you cannot demand from each other. There is no take and give, really. Take and give is not a good basis for relationship. It's give and receive. Maybe, maybe not. But a true good relationship starts with giving. Not a negotiation, not a transaction. Take and give, take and give. No, it's give. And maybe receive. Maybe not. But as we do this for each other, you guys to your parents, you parents to them, it will build a strong and healthy relationship. Because the Bible says this: give and it shall be given to you. It's a guarantee. If you give, you will always be given. If you demand, you don't get it. What you get is resentment. But when you give, the Bible says it will be given to you. Maybe not by them, but by the Lord. Give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Same thing to you, kids. If you give to your parents, give what he just said, representing the heart yearning of parents. Do you know how hard we work for you? You don't know what the bills are. Our workings are. We came all the way here because we want to give you a better future. Maybe you've heard it too, but it is true. Maybe if you give to them what they're yearning to hear, what they're yearning to experience, the Bible again says it will be given to you, a good measure. Yes, you want to say something?
Yeah. So like what you were saying about like giving to your parents, basically. Like my parents are really stubborn. But then no, like I understand where they're coming from because I'm stubborn myself. So what we do is like we compromise on like what we want together, basically. Like it has to be reasonable for both of us. But like sometimes at times I have to like get really mad to like basically throw my point out there. Like as a child, like let me see, what's a common thing? Like dating, right? It's a common thing. But like as a child, I wasn't allowed to do that. Like now, as I'm more matured and stuff.
How old are you?
17.
17.
Yeah.
What do you mean as a child? You cannot.
No, like when I was in 8th grade, you know, my mom was like, you know, John Pekam, or like, like I understand where she's coming from. Like now, like I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm a girlfriend now. And then she's like, okay, just don't be in the same room with her without nobody else. Don't be alone with her. And I'm like, okay, I understand. Yeah, it's just like all about compromise is what I'm feeling. Yeah.
Okay. So your point?
Oh, so my point is, so like the relationships between a parent and a child is like we get like they support us, they have like the higher authority, but you shouldn't act like your higher authority. Yeah, that's my point.
Okay. Yeah. See, what? Okay, but forgive me for probably not agreeing with you, because I agree with your parents on this one. Because I have daughters, by the way. So it's a different story, right? Rules to date my daughter. Number one, understand that. Number one, I don't like you. Number two, I have guns. Number three, I will run background check. Number five, I have a T-shirt like that. Okay. I understand these dynamics, even though I agree with the items in itself, but I understand where you're coming from. Because if that was imposed on you when you were between 0 and 6, I don't think there's going to be any issue. But if it's imposed only later on, then it's going to be a problem. Because in my own experience, I did not have any of this struggle with my daughters. I did not. It has never become an issue. My rules is even crazier, actually. No dating at all until you finish high school. It's really archaic. It's whatever. But I told them that since they were very small, and nobody had a problem with that. My daughter just got married last year. She dated with last year she's 26, yeah, and she dated with her husband. She dated for 7 years. So the story is kind of funny because, you know, they've been waiting, right? They finished high school, so the guy came to my house. Can I date your daughter? I was so shocked. I was like, oh my God, the day has come. This is apocalypse. But my daughter already gave him all the books that I had on dating and all that. My daughter is so sneaky. She prepared him for all the questions I'm going to ask him. So when I start, before I even asked him anything, he already recited all the stuff in my books, you know, because he got it from my daughter. I will honor your daughter. Well, the whole thing, my goodness, I thought, this is such a good speech, you know. So after only about 45 or 50 minutes, I consented. I said, okay, you can get to know my daughter. And then after that, my wife was waiting outside the door, right? And when he goes home, we start arguing until 4 o'clock in the morning. We were in bed. It's like, how come you give it up like that so easily? Like, oh yeah, did I make it? Man, his parents, man, insecure. Like, yeah. She was 19. Started. So they start dating. And, you know, just typical. They're never holding hands or kissing or hugging, never. They just sit together, things like that. After about 6 or 7, maybe 8 months, I start feeling like, you know, these guys are young, they're still in the, it's wasting a lot of time and they're always sitting together. So I called my wife. Now, before long, you're going to all be thankful that I'm not your dad. Right? You're going to be very thankful. But I called my daughter. I said, you know, you did not do anything wrong. I told you no dating before college. You're now in college. Glenn asked if he can date you, and I said yes. So you, not a mistake, or you didn't do anything wrong. However, let me tell you, it's going to be a long time before you're going to get married. And I think what a wonderful thing for you to just use your time, you know, it's just without the being encumbered by all this, having to be together, this and my request and suggestion to you, why don't you stop this for now until you're 21. I changed the rule on my daughter. But I said, you know, it's not nothing. This is my request, by the way. I'm not imposing. I'm just saying, this is the reason why I don't feel that this is a good use of your time. And you need to focus more on your studies, and you're going to transfer to UCLA and this and that. And he said, oh, she cried. She cried all night. But then she didn't say anything. She cried, but she said, yes, I see your point, Dad. Yeah. The next day, she told Glenn, oh, Glenn cannot accept it, right? But my daughter stand firm. And they actually did stop dating until they're 21, 2 years. She obeyed. I could not believe this kind of child still exists today. I could not believe it. So on the 21st birthday, you know, I didn't mention anything. A few months later, I started to get worried, like maybe she hates me for life or what. Hey, you're 21 now, don't you want to come together again? Oh, okay. The next week, they're back together. Because during those 2 years, of course, they maintained friendship, and I explained it to them, like, what do you mean that, can I have phone calls? Of course you can have phone calls. But I want you to maintain it as a friendship. That means you would do the same as with your friends. So if you, every day you'll be on the phone with them for 3 hours, I know that you don't have that kind of time for other friends. So that would not be honest to your, you know, I want you to get the spirit of the thing, not just the law. So she understood that, and she maintained friendship, but she kept it that way, and God honors it. And so they started dating again. So total, they dated for 7 years. They got married last year. And on the wedding day, I got a surprise because she, you know, they said it, you know, that right before the wedding, he said, on the wedding day, that will be our first kiss. We've never kissed before. After 7 years of dating. Now, let me tell you something. Our relationship has never been strained. Why? I only tell you just this incident, but what I have not told you is what kind of relationship I have with my daughter. From the time that she was really small, we spent a lot of time together. She knows how much we are involved. That's why the level of trust is so high that when I tell her, look, it doesn't feel this way because you are in love and you probably cannot make sense out of this, but if you trust me, this is the best for you. She took the leap of faith, said, you know what, even though I couldn't figure it out, I couldn't figure it out, I don't feel like it, I'm gonna trust my dad because all this time I trusted my dad. So you have to put your deposits in. You cannot just make withdrawals with not making any deposits. If you want to make a withdrawal, you have to put in deposits, right? Yeah. So yeah, I get your point because maybe all these rules comes too late. Yeah, but just to give you both sides of the story, my rules are even stricter than your mom's.
You gotta talk to your mom about making more rules for you.
Too late though. Deposits, remember deposits? You have to make deposits, a lot more deposits beforehand. All right, Pastor Ming, any closing and thoughts, or Pastor Tony and all the other pastors? You wanna?
Yeah, thank you, Pastor. Yeah, I just want to wade into your question. I think it's really interesting. And sometimes when we as the parent, we want to ask something, and most of the time the kids don't want to answer us back because they think we don't know anything. How many know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I think this is the thing. I got 3 kids, 2 adult and 1 teenager. I think question, it can be twofold. Like, the thing is that sometimes we ask by suspicious thing. It's like something kita curiga. What have you been doing? But in my humble experience, I think with Timmy, I respect him. He's here right now. I respect him because when I ask him how have you been doing, I always knock his door before I came in the room, even though it's my room, it's my house. I always respect him. You know, that's why we keep the maintain the relationship like healthy and also respectful. That's why I hope he'll be the same to me. So in case that sometimes I ask him, is there anything that I can help you, or is there anything bothering you? And to me, don't expect him to gonna answer right away. Sometimes not. Sometimes he doesn't answer right away. But until he's comfortable enough, you know, there's a few incidents that he asked me a personal question, and he asked me what is my opinion, then it's my role as a daddy or parents, you know, we should lead them, you know, to the better way, to the better life or something. But the thing is, like, if we interfere his life by asking so much question, like based on suspicious, because you're doing something, what have you been doing and stuff like that, of course they're gonna reject. That's my experience. Of course they're gonna resent it. What do you mean that? You know, because again, you know, we have to come into his mind, to his level. That's the hardest part for me. I don't know if you agree. Because in order for you to understand his mind, to understand his feeling, you know, because he's 16 years old, I think it's the process where it's hard, you know. Kaya kita pegang sabun ya, as I always say, like we're holding soap. If we hold it tight, it's gonna be slip away. If we hold it too loose, it will slip away too. You got the art of like how to hold it. So that's I just want to close with that. I don't know, anybody else want to weigh in? But the thing is like, yeah, it's very hard to communicate with them because for me, it's unfortunately, I don't have any issue with the language. I think it was here with me, but the thing is, of course, they are struggle. They are struggle. They don't trust. They don't. I think the number one, the biggest fear that we talk too much, you know, and right. The biggest fear that they don't want us to talk too much. You know, I say you can cross-check with him. I will never ask anything if you don't ask me. I will never give you any advice, including Hanan, and never give you any advice if they never ask me. Now, our relationship is different now because he's adult. He can do anything he wants. He's in different house now. There is no, to me, it's no head, not two, in one house there has been one head. If it's two head, anything with two head will be monster. Okay? So, he's on house now. I will not interfere in his life unless they have issue and they want to ask me something. Okay? Anybody else? Kalau kita akan
Does everybody benefit from the session?
Yes.
Are we good? Are we good, guys? Yeah?
Pizza.
Alright. So, I think that will conclude for the first session. If we have more time, we can go to the next one. It's going to be even more exciting. But this is only for adults. Are you disappointed? Huh? Talk about what, Ben? Why? You want me to talk about Ben?
Ben.
You want me to talk about you? Are we good? Are we good? Yeah. Sometimes I was tough on him too, but I always try to show him I love him. Amen? Right, Ben? I care about you. If you need anything, I will do my best for you, and he knows that. So that's keep our relationship good. Even though he's the toughest between the three, the other two is easy, you know. But this one is number one big. He's just in the teens age, you know. He does whatever he wants, but I understand. I still love him, and but he's gonna be the best. Okay, and I wish you the best in the future.
What do you feed him?
Hmm?
What do you feed him?
Nothing. I didn't fit in anything. He fit himself. So. A lot of people got that question. A lot of people got that. All right. Let's give applause one more time. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. If I don't know, at least I'm open for any suggestion. You want to come to me, you have any other suggestion that you have not, or to Pastor Ming or Pastor Danny, the other pastor, we are very, very open to your suggestion because we love you and we want the best to happen on your life. All right, you may be dismissed. Thanks again for your time here. God bless. God bless you.